Well, it's the end of 2018 almost. YouTube likes to do this thing every year called a YouTube Rewind. If you never heard of it, I'm sorry that you have to figure it out now rather than like in 2012, 2013 when it was good. Now it's just bad. I want to watch it, but I also have to do a video, you know. It's been like 5 days since the last time I did any content on my channel, so might as well do both. And I have a message for you guys before we start. Actually, 2 messages, but I'll tell you the second one after. So that way I don't feel like I'm plugging in anything stupid before I actually get started. First thing is, if you aren't subscribed to PewDiePie, please subscribe to him. It doesn't even matter if you don't know the guy. If you do, that's good, that's good. Here's the thing. He's just an individual YouTuber. He does like videos by himself. He reacts to memes and stuff though. That's kind of his content. But here's the thing. The only people that help him out is really himself. You know, to shoot the things, and then 2 editors that they switch between back and forth for every video. I don't know who does what and when, but basically he's just one guy with just a help from some friends. And then there's another channel called T-Series. They do just music. They do music or other stuff, movies. I think, I don't know. They're a company of like thousands of people, and you guys ever noticed? If anyone's been on YouTube for any of you guys that have been on YouTube for years, ever since like 2006, 2008, or maybe even not that earlier on, like 2011, 2012. You guys ever been on this website for that long? If you haven't noticed this change. But ever since the dawn of YouTube, we've emphasized, not me, I'm not the company, they've emphasized that it's YouTube, broadcast yourself. That is the message here. YouTube Rewind. It's almost like they never did that before. They're like, oh yeah, those years were the years that helped us become popular, that helped us have an identity for ourselves within the internet. Yeah, I don't remember that. This YouTube channel is just me doing videos by myself. And no, you don't have to subscribe to me. This could be the only video you watch ever, and then you're out. It's fine. You know, that's YouTube. You just watch videos, you explore. That's supposed to be YouTube. But my content, it's whatever. I'm not even gonna say what it is. It's just me doing whatever, and then I have my videos edited by either me or some editor. You guys don't need to know who he is if you haven't subscribed, but if you do, he's just an editor guy that I know. I live with him, and so it's just me and another guy. Whenever I do, okay, I have to kind of tell you what this is. I do skits, comedy skits and stuff. That's kind of the only time where there can be many people involved. Me and friends, or friends of friends. Pretty much whoever, because we just want to act out something for entertainment for you people. You don't need thousands of people to do this. And if you want to be entertained by a movie like The Avengers, or I don't know, any if you want to be entertained by like thousands of people, that's fine. Like, you can watch The Avengers. You don't like The Avengers, you can watch The Matrix. You don't like those stuff. There's something for all of you people. That's called watching movies, watching TV shows. That could also require hundreds of people. You can watch the news if you're into that. You can watch cartoons if you're into that. You can watch podcasts. There probably are podcasts out there. Comedy skits, they're also out there. You can watch pretty much a lot of things. But if you're here for YouTube, I mean, it was kind of made in mind that, hey, you're watching other people. They're broadcasting themselves. Broadcast yourself. So that's what I'm doing. YouTube Rewind kind of throws it out of the window. In fact, one of the most recognizable and prominent figures, 2 of them actually, aren't even really from YouTube. They might be seen on YouTube, they might be talked about on YouTube, but it's not like they're actually a part of YouTube. One is Will Smith. He does movies. I like the guy, you know, he does some pretty good movies, you know, Men in Black, I like that. You guys like Men in Black? If you guys don't like Men in Black, it's fine. You probably heard of him anyway. You guys watched the Karate Kid, the newer one, where it's his son? Yeah, that's his son in there. Some people don't like it, some people do, but regardless, it's a famous person. But here's the thing, YouTube. You can't just be famous in order to be allowed inside of a Rewind. You could be impactful and be in a channel in order to be in a Rewind. You could be a music artist, yeah, that's fine, and have your music featured in the Rewind, but they have to be impactful, or you have to be the voice of a year, which I'm not gonna question too much. I don't like the music used in many of the YouTube Rewinds, but they at least do that rather okay most of the year, so I can't really criticize that too much. What I will talk about is the people used in there. Ninja is not a YouTuber. He's a Twitch streamer. he might have, maybe he has his own channel on YouTube and he posts and he just dumps and he highlights and stuff, but he's not, no one knows him for his YouTube content, if he does any. Everyone knows him for his Fortnite stuff, for his Fortnite mishaps. And YouTube, I know you guys don't like people who do mishaps. Ninja is one of them as well. Logan Paul is one of them, or was it Jake Paul? The Paul brothers did do mishaps anyway. Either one of them. KSI has done. You can kind of count this as a mishap. You know, the fight that they did this year with that he did this year with the Paul brothers. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give you my input. I'm gonna pause it though. So if you guys don't like people pausing while they react to videos, it's not a proper react video in my opinion. You gotta pause it and give your input or react live. I'm not good at reacting live, so I'm gonna have to pause it and channel all my thoughts out into words and into actions in order for you to see it through this camera. And also, since I did not bother to put on contacts today, because I mean, I was planning on relaxing today, I'm gonna put on some glasses because I'm blind. You guys can probably tell from the distortion, I'm pretty blind. So, we're gonna jump into it. I feel like I didn't say as much as there could be said, but I'll talk about it later. Like Viners, I mean, if they do YouTube content now, it's fine if you feature them, but they shouldn't be the highlight. Just the more popular you are, shouldn't be the more time on the screen you have. It should be the more impactful. Like if you introduce a new idea for the website, or you introduce a new movement that's been mimicked, like ASMR, you should probably at least feature like some of the pioneers in that. Have they done that? I don't know. Let's just assume they did. Kudos for you if you did. Boo-hoo, bad if you didn't. So, let's get started. So before we do anything, I'm not typically a guy that dislikes videos. If I don't like a video, I might just back out of it. You know, I just won't give them my attention. Because, believe it or not, YouTube, you kind of vote with your view here. If you want to vote with your view, just view, you know? If you like a certain person's type of content, let's just pick me for example. You might not even like me right now. You think I might be overly angry. This is just one out of many videos where I do this. But let's say you liked me for example. All you really gotta do is just view. I don't think commenting or even liking or disliking does anything for the algorithm on YouTube. Besides, hey, someone viewed him. Let's introduce him to other people. Maybe they'll view him. So that's how stupidity can grow on the internet. More people watch something stupid. Like for example, what's her name? That Catch Me Outside girl. I forget her name. I'm not gonna. I know her last name, but I don't remember her first name. But how did she grow? Everyone kept paying attention to her. They kept viewing her on Instagram, then YouTube clips and everything. She gets promoted, then she becomes. People find out she has an account. She grows, and guess what? You made her rich. She has golden teeth. She probably has expensive cars. I don't think she can drive them, but she has expensive cars. How did this happen? How could she be so rich? Because you gave her views. She got ad revenue. That's how she made money, people. And if you guys don't like me, just stop watching me. Like, if you guys like me, then keep watching me. Support my stuff. There are some YouTubers that have Patreons or other similar things. You can also, if you don't have any money to like donate and stuff, then don't do it. If you do, then you know, lend a few dollars to any people. I don't have a Patreon. I'm just plugging this in on behalf of other YouTubers that are struggling in terms of money, but that love what they do. You should donate to them, but don't donate them like $100. Like you don't have to do that. If you have $100 laying around, go ahead, go for it. But if you have like $1, 50 cents, something. Oh yeah, by the way, if you don't like my videos, I can understand if this is why, this boiler here. But back onto the topic. If you want a stupid YouTuber to grow, watch their stupid antics. If you want a YouTuber that you feel like you can proudly see them as the face of YouTube, watch them. PewDiePie in this case, subscribe to him. And let's begin. Oh, so here's the first thing. Why do you start off with a celebrity that's not known for doing YouTube videos? That's a bad idea. If you used PewDiePie, of course I don't think he even got asked to be in this. But if you used PewDiePie, that's just him for example, that would have been great. He's the #1 most subscribed YouTuber. He's the epitome of a YouTuber. He does stuff in front of a camera. He messes around. His job is just to entertain, make people happy, and that's kind of what YouTube has became. You know, at least during its golden years, you entertain people, you make them happy, and you might get paid for that, or you don't even have to be paid for that. You don't have to sign up to become a YouTube partner. But they start off with a celebrity that's not really related to YouTube.
Yeah, it's rewind time. You know, if I control rewind, I would want Fortnite and
Fortnite. Now, I understand that Fortnite blew up a lot this year, so I would have been okay with Fortnite kind of being like maybe a running gag within this rewind. But as you can see, it's not presented as a rewind. It's presented as, hey, life is Fortnite this year. Fortnite is life. That all there is Fortnite. Fortnite. Like, that's all you see, really. In the beginning, you see Fortnite. At the end, you're gonna see a reference to Fortnite. Why, YouTube? You didn't even make Fortnite. You should be showcasing what you've done as a company, not what they've done that made you popular. Unless it spawns like some good YouTube creators. Back to the video.
Marquez Brownlee.
Marcus Brownlee. Let's do a quick research. So he is a YouTuber. He does technology-based videos. Oh! For some reason I didn't recognize his face or anything until I saw him holding a phone. So he does phone reviews, tech reviews. That's kind of okay, you know? The main focus wouldn't be to entertain in that case. It would be to inform people. That's understandable. But it's kind of weird out of all things that Will Smith has to say, let's put a tech YouTuber, someone that I don't really relate to as much, in the video. It's a little strange.
Is this what you wanted?
Is this what I wanted? Not exactly. Is it what I needed? Probably. So I don't really know Marquez Brownlee. He's familiar. This girl in the back, I don't recognize her at all. I'm sorry. But actually that's kind of a good thing and also a bad thing with YouTube Rewinds. It's kind of cool how you see so many creators that you never heard of. You realize YouTube is such a big place. But if you put too many creators that hasn't been well known for their impactful stuff that they've done over the years, or that hasn't even been a big head of YouTube for like many years, it kind of just makes you feel like you're left out. It kind of makes you feel like that YouTube doesn't listen to their audience. Here, they're trying to make it sound like they do listen, but do they? Probably not. So, Jaden Animations, I know her. Let's go back a couple frames. These people, the one on the left is vaguely familiar, but these other two, I don't know. We might have hit the dancing community. I don't know. Oh, this animator though, I didn't know. I don't know. This one, I vaguely know. I know these ones. Oh, by the way, that's the worst part right there. No, actually, there's one worse than this. Fortnite dance, floss. All right. There. Here's the problem, though. How many people, when it comes to like, who thinks of YouTube and thinks of John Oliver and that guy that was flossing? How many? Like, YouTube really has to separate themselves between content creators and news networks, professionally made companies, and not even give them the title as YouTubers, but as alternative YouTube content source, something. Oh, by the way, I did not miss that. That chair right there is oh, I'm gonna mute this so that way you don't hear this. That chair right there is PewDiePie's chair. So for any people that might have noticed, anyone that has noticed, congratulations. I noticed it when I first saw it. If you don't know who PewDiePie is, of course, you won't know this, but there we go. That frame right there is pretty nice. Sunglasses. In fact, I feel like the way they drew that face, that Jaden drew this face, she intentionally did that as hey YouTube, remember like how you didn't like YouTube's #1 most subscribed YouTuber in here, and how you're probably not going to do it this year? Here's his chair. You don't even know that. Only we know that. So this is essentially another test of how connected YouTube itself and everyone that uses the platform to see how connected they are. And they failed that test. Or they probably did know, but they decide, oh crap, we have no choice, we have to let it in. Alright, let's go. Oops. There we go. Here they are dancing. I didn't even get enough time to process those guys that were on that rooftop. So, yeah, unfortunately these guys have to do this. Do they like the challenge? Perhaps. But, let's continue. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Well, there's also another thing they hit the nail on. Portraying awkwardness. They did that, and then they also did it unintentionally. Anyway.
You know who really needs to be in this rewind video? Everyone who managed to do something bigger than themselves this year.
Are they YouTubers? I mean, sure, I wouldn't mind flashing for like maybe 5 frames, because YouTube does have that pause feature. Or even zooming in somewhere at a corner, or, you know, as, like a multiple exposure effect, having, well, the comments that says, thank you Markiplier, thank you PewDiePie, thank you insert YouTuber here, you've inspired me to better myself and do this. Like, those comments would be gladly appreciated, because those are part of YouTube. But if you're talking about people outside of YouTube that have done this, done that, that's not YouTube. That's stuff outside of YouTube.
Who found a way to help the causes that matter to them most.
To everyone who proved it's okay to talk about mental health this year, and showing their viewers that it's okay to go through.
I think they're talking about better help. I can appreciate the fact that whoever decided to let them sponsor it, they probably didn't read into the details about, you know, BetterHelp, how far they can actually go, or they decided to go in terms of helping people with their mental health. You know, like, so don't put them in the wrong. They probably didn't read too much into it. They were like, hey, they said that they'll help people with mental illnesses, and I want to make people happy. I want to make people feel better about themselves. Let's have them. So, but for YouTubers like PewDiePie, once again, this might look controversial. He points out the flaws, the fallacies inside of BetterHelp, but you know, it doesn't make the people that let them get sponsored by BetterHelp be bad people. They probably didn't know, you know. You can't just blame a person for not knowing. That's a problem that a lot of people have these days. They just throw the blame at each other. Like, if it's anyone's blame, it could just be whoever's in charge of, like, advertising for BetterHelp. Unless that's their intention, then it's still their fault. But that's even worse. But the problem is, you're making these YouTubers act like they care about this stuff 24/7. No one in their right mind would care about this 24/7. They have to care about other stuff, their own lives. Will I eat? Can I help my friends out with YouTube videos? Can I collaborate? YouTubers, realistically, they can't always care about whatever this stuff is. They would normally care about themselves, but not to the point that they're selfish, but you have to. If you want to live, and realistically, you have to care about yourself. Like, you have to care, like, crap, I have to pee, I have to poop. I have to eat, I'll buy food, I'll make food, you know.
Should celebrate the fierce, fabulous, and empowering art of drag.
I kind of get that this was supposed to be portrayed as a joke, but I don't know. They could have done it better, in my opinion. I don't know. Call me the humor police. I didn't find that funny.
I want to see all of you be your own kind of beautiful.
और वो लोग जिन्होंने एजुकेशन के फील्ड के लिए पैसा जुटाया है.
The problem is, there are people that have raised money, you know, for good causes, but maybe you should probably have the YouTubers that are well known for doing that. PewDiePie raised, of course, they probably didn't even know this because he started the live stream for to help poor Indian people that are forced to do like sweatshop and other bad jobs such as that, where they have to like manufacture super cheap shirts for little pay. And they can't forward themselves in life due to lack of education or lack of money in order to forward themselves. Which, the problem is, their job doesn't give them enough money to forward themselves. yeah, his live stream was to help get people's attention and awareness to that, help them donate to that, donate to a cause that can help get them out of that situation. So you could have put PewDiePie for this part, if he did that like a while ago, or you could have used the Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, because I know those two. Not only do they do gaming, sometimes they do live streams with sometimes with their friends, and they do it to raise money. You could have done that as well. You could have made this even more YouTube related.
Can we also give a moment to Asian representation in entertainment this year?
I have no idea what she's talking about, and that might be because when it comes to what do I watch, what do I enjoy in life, what makes me happy because it exists, I don't ever think of representation of a certain race. Believe it or not, but I'm Mexican. And that movie Coco, I was like, oh, that's cool. Mexican people are being represented, but I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not into those movies, so I didn't watch Coco. Because me, I don't want to watch something just because, hey, look, diversity. I watch it because it's the 10 minute recording limit is not that useful. Okay. But I was talking about how, like, Coco, I didn't watch it. Why did I not watch it? Because, I'm not really into any Disney movies. There are once in a while some movies that I enjoy. Like, I enjoyed WALL-E, it was Pixar, I think, but Disney and Pixar, they're kind of synonymous in terms of most people, how they see them. But yeah, I liked WALL-E. If you're talking Disney, I liked Toy Story. That's not Disney. I did like The Princess and the Frog when it comes to movies, you know. I liked The Lion King, so there was something. I didn't like it because people made me. I liked it because when I saw it as a little kid, I grew attached to it. On looking back now, when I look at the original, I'm like, hey, I remember that scene. You know, not anywhere near my most favorites of all times, but I do like it for what it is. When it comes to Coco, though, I just wasn't interested. When it comes to movies, I watch movies that I like, or movies that are good. Either one. Sometimes there could be movies that I like, but nobody likes. Sometimes there's movies that I don't like that everybody else likes. That's the magic of being an individual. You have your own opinions. You shouldn't let people take that away from you. But feel free to share opinions. Maybe you'll explore some stuff. So, of course, don't be too radical in any idea. And you'll be a well-rounded individual. Why do you think people like Leonardo da Vinci? He was well-rounded. He liked painting. He liked science. He liked so many different things. He wasn't an extremist in too many things. Like, you know, he wasn't all like, no, life is nothing more than science. Like, he was kind of like, he just enjoyed doing what he wanted to do, which was many things. This part here, they say we are family. What they could have done was maybe show that no matter what your race is and stuff, you're a YouTuber, you're doing whatever, you have fans, it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from. If you're a good YouTuber, if people like you, the race is not even an existing barrier there.
I want to give a moment to everyone who supported me when I got sick. All of the comments and messages I got, maybe.
Sorry, I tried to pause the video. Some people might see this as me being a bad person. I'm criticizing good causes. But that's kind of the issue. You shouldn't portray something twisted. You shouldn't twist up the truth too much or present something in a way where any opposing idea will be seen as the bad guy when it comes to something that's aimed for everyone. Because everyone thinks differently.
I'm alone.
We're forgetting something. I think we should read the comments.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do something positive. Get this video to 1 million dislikes. They already achieved that a day ago. Dang. 3.2 million dislikes, 1.3 million likes. The dislike ratio, it's astonishing. And me, I'm trying to keep it as neutral as possible, not because I don't want people to not hate me or not root me on or anything, but because I like to try to see everything from a neutral spotlight. So that way, anything good and everything bad, let's see what weighs out. Will I like this thing? Will I not? Well, let's see. 2016 was The Rock, 2018 will be Will Smith. Is that what everyone thinks? Some people might think that, but not in a positive way. Oh, 2016, why did you put The Rock? I'm thinking as a 2016 person reacting to the 2016 rewind. Why did you put The Rock? He's not even a YouTuber. Let me guess, 2018 will be Will Smith. That's probably the spirit of that comment. But does everyone think that way? Animators, please. At least something positive was heard. ASMR, their Battle Royale. Not everyone thinks the same thing. You have to read as many comments as possible and then weigh out, not based off of what's popular, but based off of, realistically, how many times did you see this? How many times did you see that? And then ask other people, how many times did they see this? You have to see it. You have to ask what they've seen, what they would like to see from a sample of everyone, not just YouTube comments. Too many people will think alike. It's scary. Too many people like the same thing. They won't accept a different opinion. Don't forget to put baby. That's the same thing. It's just.
Yeah,
This
I
wasn't
have a
done
feeling
well.
this is about to get a little bit crazy. Let's give
Crazy was the Logan Paul and KSI fights. Crazy was the Hurricanes this year. Crazy was the Suicide Forest thing.
The people what they want.
Now, honestly, you didn't even have to have a person ask for this. YouTube would have done it anyway. When they created this video, do you think that people actually knew why, like what purpose they might have put that in for? This is good though. Talking about launching a car into space, because that was a meme, and that was Elon Musk. You were able to show up Elon Musk, without having to ask him, because Elon Musk must be busy all the time. So you managed to somehow work something of him in, so that's good. That's another positive. Also, that asteroid there, I'm not sure if that was a reference to the astronomical thing, but that's the thing. He could have referenced that much better because there were so many YouTubers that talked about it. So many science YouTubers that talked about the asteroid that came in and exited the solar system. That there are so many people that are trying to figure out, was it a comet? Was it an asteroid? Was it an alien spacecraft? There are so many people trying to figure that out. You could have shown that much better instead of just a way of transitioning a video. So ASMR, some people claim that ASMR was a lot more popular last year. Perhaps, but they did put them in. So once again, nothing too bad about that. But this, Fortnite, and maybe a couple other things. If you guys found me annoying reading it like that, I'm just wanted to convey to you how I felt reading this. If this wasn't a fake comment, if this wasn't made up, how much do you guys want to bet that it was a small child that if you asked them why you wanted Fortnite, it would have been because I like Fortnite and not because Fortnite did this to the YouTube community. There will only be Fortnite. I think that was sarcasm. I feel like many of these are sarcasm. The comments might have been sarcastic when it comes to Fortnite, which if this was, more proof. YouTube is disconnected from everyone here. Sister Squad. Never heard of Sister Squad. But, who am I to judge? It's just that when I first saw it, I thought that was supposed to be a PewDiePie reference, but it probably wasn't. Only the chair was. The PewDiePie reference, I thought it was referencing how PewDiePie, he stopped calling people brofist and he started calling people sister fisters, and that became a running gag. Then he started calling people squad fans, so I thought that these people tried to combine both words, but I don't think that's what it was. Dame tu cosita. Was that what happened? You could have just put the alien, So this is the baby shark thing. I don't know this, but, you know, congratulations. The more I look at this in this montage of, hey, look at all this wonderful stuff we had this year, the more it makes me feel like, glad we're almost done with this. But the bad news is, there's going to be probably something worse than this next year.
Ah, oh, that's hot.
Yes, it will be a meme.
That's hot.
So, I don't know who this guy is, but you see this? In a way, this looks a lot more interesting than what the stuff they put during the video. Alright, that was my reaction video. I can take off my glasses now. So, that video was... oh my god. It was bad because it wasn't done well, man. So much disconnection between the viewers, the commenters, the YouTubers themselves in some cases, and the company. Like, why does John Oliver deserve to be in a YouTube Rewind? No, I don't think anyone thinks of him as a YouTuber. Even people that go onto YouTube and watches him every day. Unless, like, they haven't even realized that he didn't even originate from YouTube. All he did was basically do what he does, as he normally does. And then he would put the clips or episodes, I don't know exactly what he does, and he puts them onto YouTube for people to view it there. He didn't probably upload the stuff anyway. I'm pretty sure it's like anyone that's in charge of him that runs the show. Pretty sure they were the ones who was like, we gotta put this in. Why? You want people to watch it? You want more people to enjoy it? More people to hear of us? More support? Nope. More money. Ad revenue. YouTube, broadcast yourself, has been long dead. The people that believe that it could still be alive, you know, that's still a thing. The easiest and the biggest way one can tell that we still believe in the old YouTube, that there is still some hope left, is the PewDiePie T-Series subscription thing going on right now. It started ever since maybe September. He found out that there was another channel somewhere from India. The country doesn't even matter, as like in this case, like. It's a corporative channel. They just have YouTube for the ad revenue mainly, not to entertain. Well, technically yes, to entertain, but in exchange for money. Their intention probably isn't as humble as another YouTuber like anyone else. There's a chance Logan Paul, maybe it's true by the way. I'm just saying this because I don't know him as a person, but there's a chance that sure he enjoys the money that he makes from his videos. But he probably does prioritize the enjoyment and the smiles of his viewers at a higher extent than T-Series would. The employees, maybe some, but we're talking about a collective entity here, not the individuals that work there, versus an individual that works for himself. His boss is himself. The editors, who's the boss? PewDiePie himself. The person, Felix Jelberg. He's the man in charge. And he doesn't want a big multi-millionaire industry going on. He just wants to upload videos. That's why I say to support him. Because we don't want, we as a collective people that support him don't want another person to be number one. At least, if it's gonna be a corporate YouTube account, that doesn't deserve the number one spots. Me, I don't really care too much about who wants number one, who will be number one, as long as it's not something like T-Series, not something like a Vivo channel, not NBC, nothing big like that. YouTube still should represent individuals, and because it's called YouTube. Anyway, yeah.